Welcome back to the Road Show. Just sprayed ourselves with some water. We're good. All right, anyway, this morning in the buzz.
They did.
What's that?
They had to spray themselves with water.
I did.
Instead, Patrick took a bucket and dumped it over his head.
All right, well, vacation season is finally upon
You're all
us.
sweaty, your hair's all messed up.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, let's focus.
She's
okay.
just a mess. All right. Well, vacation season is upon us, and chances are you've already probably scheduled your time off like for the whole year.
Sure.
Like Patrick and I are always looking ahead. But what if your boss adopted a no vacation policy? Now, before you flip out, listen to this. Some CEOs say that it really works, and they're implementing this plan at their companies. You think of it like a name-your-own-price hotel deal. Here's how it works. Instead of giving each person a set number of weeks off each year, the company requires employees to take responsibility for scheduling their own paid vacation time anytime they want, as long as they and their managers agree that they're reaching their job objectives. Now, one CEO claims the policy has given him a stronger workforce. Some employees, though, say that it puts too much pressure on them. First of all, I have to say that policy would never work here. Because you're supposed to be here a set number of days. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
there are certain jobs that just wouldn't work. Like our job, you have to be on the air 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. every day. So how could you just decide when you're just, you know what I mean? It
Like
just
you
wouldn't
can't
work.
get the news completed, but you can't do all the news in an hour and say, oh, we'll just
Exactly.
rerun the same thing for the next 3 hours.
Right, so
'cause
you
we
have
already
to
did it
say
once.
right off the bat it wouldn't work for everyone. But I have to
Right.
tell you, for a while I was in sales, which is, you do what you got to do.
Hit your numbers
And
your...
and I loved it for that reason, because you had the freedom and flexibility where you didn't sit there and look at the calendar and go, oh, my next day off isn't for like 50 more days. You know what I mean? And I found I actually did take a little bit less time off than I did in this kind of a job, but I think I was a little bit happier overall because I didn't feel that impending, like,
You didn't have to sit and do your
Right.
thing for 8.5, 9
Right.
hours a day. Now, when I used to be the sports director, I used to tell our sports reporters, I'd say, Sarah, JP,
Yeah.
and whatever, I'd say, I don't care if you work 8 hours a day or if you work 1 hour a day, as long as you get what you need to get finished, and we have a
Right.
feature story for that night, or
Right.
the feature for next week is finished. And if you work 10 hours one day and work 2 hours the next, I don't care. As long as you get the...
Did you get the work done?
And that's
Right.
and it worked for us.
And I think it improves morale significantly when you trust someone enough to say that.
Just get
and
it
most
done.
people are
Yeah.
not going to abuse it. They're going to be very realistic about it,
I agree.
But I wonder if the problem's going to happen where now, to say you are working really hard and you feel like you deserve the time off and you're, it has to come to that agreement between you and your superior.
Yeah, what's expected
So if there
of you.
is no agreement, is now someone going to get cut down in terms of vacation time because they don't feel like they're pulling their weight enough? I mean, I don't know. I think that's hard to tell, especially if someone's worked so hard for, say, 4 weeks out of the year vacation time, and now
Right.
that's being cut down.
You know what, though? I think one of the reasons it works is everybody recharges in different ways. I don't like taking a whole week off at a time.
Right.
I don't.
Maybe
I
a
would
couple
rather
days here
take
and there.
long weekends here and there because I find that recharges my battery and it gives me something to look forward to instead of like, oh, I can't wait for that week off. You have like little time off breaks here and there.
And
Do you know
maybe
what I
that'd be a push for people
Yeah.
to work harder to earn their vacation time in a
Yeah.
sense, of, okay, I got to get everything done in this chunk of time and then I can get a whole week off because I earned it.
But I think vacation time should be earned as there's something I think that needs to be said for earning more time for being in a place for a long time.
Yes.
Now, having
Yes.
said that,
Yes.
next year it'll be my 15th year here with the Eyewitness News family.
So do
which
you
I
bump
can't
up a little bit,
believe.
or?
So I don't know how it gets capped,
Yeah.
but anyway, the point is that you've been here long enough. You feel like your egg, a little bit of a reward for hanging on this long, or
Right.
for
Right.
not messing it up and not getting canned.
I know.
So the
Knock on
holidays,
wood.
you want to have preference for the certain
Yeah.
holidays off, and
Right.
that could get a little tricky if you're a lower level employee, but you say, hey, under this vacation policy, I got all my work done, so I'm taking Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, 4th of July, Memorial Day off, when those might
Right.
be days you should be at work.
And you know
And
what?
it gets weird.
That is one of the very hardest parts of doing our job is the holiday thing,
The news always.
Well, it's
always
news, you can't
every
stop,
day. And
yeah.
that's why you do get jealous of people in certain sectors when it's not an issue because everybody's off. You know what I mean? So,
And she gets mad because I get the holidays
yeah,
off
because
I've
she's
been here
senior
longer.
by like 1 year over me, so I'm the junior employee, and you don't ever let me forget it.
Well, to you too.
Did I just do that?
You did.
Sorry.
Yes.
Anyway, let's head over to Corden and see what people think of this vacation policy or no vacation policy.
We have some interesting comments on our Facebook page, lots more there than on the live blog, but I will read a few from there starting on foxprovidence.com right now. And Joe says, I do think this policy could work, but I do see a problem if there are a bunch of employees that want the same dates off. Then the question is, who will cover the shifts? And Victorian Girl says, if I was working a job, you know, they said name your own vacation policy, I would always take the week of my birthday in August to go somewhere. So she's planning ahead. Here is the poll right underneath the live blog. Do you think the policy could work? A, yes, it could make a stronger workforce. B, no, there'd be more work in less time. Or C, it depends on what kind of job you have. Here's a look at our Facebook page, and Adam Blessing said we should all work 10-hour days and have a 4-day work week instead of 5 8-hours. Does that count? Amanda Smith said other countries believe in longer vacation and sick leave days and policies. Maybe we should steal that idea from our brothers and sisters overseas. And Pam Clifton said it certainly would improve the morale at work. She says putting it on the individual employee to coordinate their job and personal life is the way to go. So it seems like a lot of you do like this idea, so we'll see what you all say at the end of the show. In our web poll, you can vote in that at any point from here on out. So